Michael Bay and stuff. So, like, how do you propose that we fix this problem? Well, first, we're going to have these giant robots over here, and then massive explosion.
Making explosion sounds.
Yeah, it's just like a giant shit on each one of the directors, and like how predictable they've come in all their movies.
Wasn't it, I don't remember if M. Night Shyamalan showed up to that one.
I think he did.
Well, not actually him, but he was in the show. Hi, buddy.
Welcome back to another episode of Let's Smoke About It with your host, Captain Daddy.
Monkey Paws.
Good one.
Yarna. And we also got our very
And there's
special
Don
friend,
over here.
Don Chicago.
Hi, Don.
Hello.
In the studio.
Welcome
In
back
LA.
after-
Yeah, in the studio in LA, city that never sleeps. Wait, that's New York.
No, LA doesn't sleep. LA is the west coast of New York.
Exactly. That's why it's
Left New York.
trash. No.
Only been there once. I went to Disneyland.
LA?
Yeah.
I've been to LA a few times. Not a tremendous fan. I know the layout of it really well thanks to Grand Theft Auto, but that's about it.
Is that LA or is that Santa Monica?
That's LA.
Is that LA?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, GTA 5, it's LA.
Yeah, okay.
It was funny. We were lost the last time we went there, and we were driving this big old van because we had to have my whole family there.
I
so
know
we
what to
rented
do
a van.
next with this van.
Yeah. It was just like, I had to think, and I was looking around. I was like, all right, try and find a main road as opposed to like some bullshit little side road. And we were actually next to one of the railways that are more towards the south of the city. I was like, oh, easy. Like, we need to get on the freeway. Just go up this road a little bit. There's going to be 2 extra lights. We're going to turn left on this one, and we're going to be there. They're like, how'd you know that? I'm like, video games, ma. That's how.
I have memory of this place, and it's not because I've been here.
Yeah. Believe me, it's been years prior since the last time I'd been to L.A. Have you been to L.A.?
One time.
One time.
It's probably like 12 years old. Yeah, we went to jump on a cruise ship.
Nice. How was that?
It was fun. We went to Catalina Island and Baja, California, to Mexico.
Baja?
Baja.
Baja.
Nice.
Got a Baja Blast in Baja, California.
Where they put all the tequila worms in it.
That's
Yeah.
the real tequila.
Yeah.
Tequila.
Tequila.
Yeah.
Of all tequila.
I highly recommend Catalina Island, though. That place is cool. I like Catalina Island.
What's so special about it other than the fact that it's an island?
It's a great tourist attraction.
Catalina wine mixture, man.
Yay,
I don't
white
know if
people.
that's where it's at.
I didn't actually really do much. We got off the ship. I went to a couple of local shops there. It's just really beautiful looking. I'm like, man, if I actually like came here for a vacation, I think this would be really cool.
Hell yeah.
Well, it's like when I went to Vegas as a child. It's like, why? Why are we here? As children. Like, there's really nothing to do for children.
No.
I can't remember how long we were there. We were only there for a couple days, but the only thing I really remember was walking down, like, not even the strip, just like the main part of the city in general. Like, in the middle of the day, it was hot as shit. We're all complaining because it was such a long walk, and that's it.
Well, it's always funny. They're always trying to make Las Vegas. It's a family-friendly destination.
No,
for
it
vacation.
fucking isn't.
It's like, just admit your nickname, the city of sin. Just accept the fact that you're adults only, and stop pandering to families because you're not
Exactly.
for families. Really embrace your adult side.
Well, like, besides the pool at the hotel that you're staying at, like, what else can they fucking do?
Exactly.
Like,
I think Lego World might be there, or
What
a
are you
version
gonna?
of it. But
There's no ball pit at a casino.
yeah. Well, and the casino like infomercial thing that they have. So we stayed in Circus, so it was just some crazy looking clown that just on repeat over and over
do
again.
they have a
talking about,
circus in Vegas too?
Yeah.
I went to the one in Reno.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right.
Not fun.
I've never been to a legit circus.
Really? Now by legit, do you mean like the one that comes to town?
It's just a
Or
circus.
just
any kind
really?
of circus. Yeah.
They're all right.
Been to a fair, but not a fair with
It-
a circus, or a circus in general.
I remember the most recent circus I went to was very lax on like animals.
No elephants?
No, It was more so like people doing like crazy shit. So it honestly felt more
Bearded
like
ladies?
a Cirque du Soleil kind of thing.
Okay. Acrobatics and
Yeah, but I
Jazz.
remember one dude came out and he was riding a motorcycle up and down like a tripwire and everything to U2's Hello, hello, hola.
what a song to do it to.
we go vertigo.
Yeah, like it started out.
Yeah.
The song started off, and then as soon as the main part hit, he comes flying out on this motorcycle, just on this wire. They had one of those cages where like the
Oh, the
motorcyclists
ball?
come in, yeah, and then they are all just doing like the circular things. That was pretty cool.
Now, have you been to a monster truck thing?
No,
I've been to
I've
one.
never been to Monster Jam or like a motocross thing.
Oh, dude, monster truck things definitely good as a little kid.
Yeah.
Overrated as an adult.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like,
It's like I could watch this on YouTube.
I can watch this on TV. Come on.
Yeah, a lot of those things are definitely more popular before the internet age.
Mm-hmm.
Or you had to go to the thing. I mean, they probably still had it like on TV, but it's like it's never the same when you just pop it on your fucking CRT TV. You're like,
Your 19-inch screen.
I think I can make out what that is. Like, we need to get closer.
We need to enhance. That's like you could get always. Now you can watch highlights before you had to buy the VHS tapes of the season or whatever, be it motocross or whatever, or even fucking NASCAR. I don't know.
I was gonna say it's a NASCAR for some reason. I'm like, yeah, NASCAR.
Here's a 2002 NASCAR season.
I hear great things about NASCAR.
Like as a sport?
It's like I wouldn't necessarily say as a sport, but as an event.
To go to
Yeah.
and witness.
Because, like, apparently, like, there's no tailgating outside. It's all inside. It's, like, in the middle of the
in the
field.
middle of the
like,
stadium.
all those.
That's where the diehards are at.
Exactly.
It's just in the
But that
middle
would be
of the
sweet.
stadium.
Like, you're just sitting on top of a trailer and just watching them go around and around eating hot dogs.
Well, that I could see being fun, but being up in the stadiums,
Yeah, no,
boring
fuck
as all
that.
hell.
Yeah, dude, that's like, what, a 4 or 5 hour event? You're just sitting there.
Yeah.
Getting sunburned to shit.
Yeah.
You
off
have to
those
be
metal
really
seats.
into it and, like, understanding, like, the point system of each of the races going into each one. Because that's, I mean, unless you're that into it, I don't see much of a reason to be there.
I know the point system. If you're not first, you're last.
Obviously.
Ricky Bobby taught me that one.
Man, I was drunk and high when I said that. Walking in the middle of the road. Well, that's
Real
just like
simple,
with
son. Got a bag of Mexican peyote strapped to the underside of your car. Cops are coming.
better not slow down. Dear Bobby, please don't try to snort this. These are a bag of Cheerios.
I thought it was Lucky Charms.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was some kind of cereal. Please don't try to snort this.
I'm going to give me that orange one. Different movie.
Leave the dogs.
You and your chomping at the bits. He's looking at us with that one ear cocked up.
Come here, come here. No.
Gasper, you have so much time in the day that you wait till right now.
I didn't call your name. I don't know what you want me to do. I will give you lovin's because you're adorable and you deserve them. But I didn't call your name.
Dog.
You little Chinese dog, you.
Look at this dog here.
Look at this dog here.
I know these people can't, but we can, so we'll tell you that.
I thought
he looks pretty
we
cute.
were posting pictures of the doggo.
I put one up in like
Did you?
one of the older
Oh.
episodes.
So they know that Gasper, your face.
They know what Gasper
cute.
looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are aware. I don't know if Ace has talked to you about it too much, but we do have our website finally up and running.
Oh, yeah, I already knew that about that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Website.
He sent me like a whole deal, and he was explaining to me all the cool shit that he did, and
Yeah, we just need to get pictures up on it. And
and start
the actual
posting all the
podcast needs to be on there.
podcasts.
It's not up. It's up, but
It's
it's
up,
not
but it's
running
not.
because there's no content on it. So I wouldn't say it's
the
up.
only content is the very, very first podcast, which is 3 minutes long.
Wow, why'd you pull your cock out during that? Yeah, no, just got to get it prettied up at
Yep.
this point.
Gotta have it make sense and not have some old dude in a beanie.
No, that
on
old
a
dude in the
couch.
beanie's still going to be there. It's just going
No.
to be... No,
I
he
love
is.
it.
It's going to be in the contact us page. That's going to be that background.
Oh, okay.
So it's still going to be there. But
It's
the
just
main
gonna be in a
page is going to
different-
be Stromboli.
Brom
Do
Strolley.
we even have Stromboli? Like,
Eventually.
We do. He's right here.
Eventually.
eventually. Stromboli strong, man.
Oh, damn it. Damn this cord.
Damn the cable in which you rode in on.
I saw the lights light up over here.
For a brief moment.
The briefest.
Did you have a good Easter?
Yeah.
Yeah, did everybody Easter well?
It was all right. I made the entire dinner for my family.
Cool.
And then I wasn't feeling super great afterwards, so I ate a little bit, and then I left, like immediately after. But yeah, I don't know. I think I was coming down with something there for a little bit, but overall, it wasn't horrible. It was just a lot of cooking. Made ham, scalloped potatoes.
Dude, we had ham and
Double
scalloped
eggs.
potatoes too.
It's like an Easter staple. It has to be.
God damn, so good. I wish, I know it's more of like a Thanksgiving thing, but I always miss like green bean casserole.
Ooh.
That's like
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite fucking dish.
Well, we
Green
substitute
yeah.
that for rice and broccoli, like cheese casserole type thing for like
Treading
Easter
on
time.
thin ice.
It's super good. You ever had
I've had some
chicken divine? I was trying to think of it. I was like, Waikiki chicken? No, it's like a sweet and sour chicken.
Yes.
Chicken divine?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not good,
was
but
gonna
like
say,
to
I'm
swap
like, it's the same
out
thing.
green bean casserole with that. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's treading a fine line.
But that's the thing is like it's green bean casserole, a little bit more on the gravy side. Makes a lot more sense to have it with a heartier meal like Thanksgiving.
That is true.
Broccoli and cheese and rice is more of like a going
Light.
into spring. Yeah, it's lighter.
Yeah.
It makes more sense to
It's
have
even
something
brighter
like
too
it.
on its color palette.
Exactly. It looks so
It's green,
so bright.
cheese, and
You got all the
rice.
sweet. I guess we keep saying color, but it's got all the colors.
You got your bright greens with your broccolis and your dark greens with your beans.
With your beans, get your beans.
Beanies.
I won't. I'm not a big fan of yams though. Sweet potatoes, I mean. Not
Really?
yams. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's just that.
Is it the consistency?
It's
Or
not
is it
so
how
much
it's
the
made?
consistency. It's like the weird aftertaste it gives off. That just
See,
kinda
but then you
lingers.
just drown it in brown sugar and cinnamon. And butter. You should try some of mine because they'll give you a heart attack.
What clogs my arteries as soon as it touches my tongue. Instant heart attack.
And it's not just a marshmallow covering or a candied pecan. It's both.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. So we usually do the marshmallow on top. That's one of my dad's favorite dishes is the marshmallow with the yam. I mean the sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
You like some potatoes.
I like it, but it's something I can only have like so much of because of how rich it is.
Exactly. It's definitely one of those just like single spoonful like on the plate as opposed to like the scalloped potatoes. You get like 3 or 4 spoonfuls of that
fuck.
bitch. Throw it
Well,
on
that's
there.
like with the cranberry
2
slices
rolls.
too.
Oh, bleh.
It's like
Sorry, not a fan.
you know like cranberry
Rolls.
slices.
Oh, the
Can't say.
cranberry from a can.
Yeah, I will say if you put it like if you got some honey or some butter or something, put it on a roll and then you put one of those with like a piece of ham on there. Different story. But like just to sit there and eat it as like a part of the whole meal, like with its own side, no.
Yeah, that I can do about 2 slices and that's about enough cranberry for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of the sliced cranberry. We usually have pearl onions, like
Oh, nice.
pearl onions and some kind of sauce. It's like a white sauce.
Like a white Gruyere.
It's really good because they're little tiny pearl onions and they get super soft and oh man, just pop
Nice and
those fuckers in. Just nom, nom, nom.
Well, and we like to use those for can't think of the dish. I'll have to come back to that one. But I do remember there was one time that we used them in our scalloped potatoes versus just like a regular chopped onion. It came out pretty good.
There's one food though that I can't ever get enough of, and it's those goddamn shells and white cheddar pasta.
Ooh,
Pastaroni.
baby.
Those are pretty good.
I could eat boxes of that.
I've made an entire box of it one time, and I ate the whole fucking thing.
Just take
that
the
was
pot
my meal.
right off of the stove and just eat out of it.
I took the pot and went and sat down with it, and I just ate it.
Put a hot pad right on your lip so you don't burn your shit. How do y'all feel about stuffed shells?
Stuffed shells?
Yeah,
Like hermit crab shells
no,
filled with
like
goop.
Goop.
like Italian, or like stuffed with like Parmesan and
those those are good.
yeah, and covered in like a red sauce.
Oh hell yeah! Almost
See,
like a ravioli.
my mom, yeah, almost. My mom would always make the massive ones, and it would just be just stuffed to the brim with that cheese. And I'm
Hell
like,
yeah.
this is good, but it's too much. Like if you threw some bacon in there, or if you threw something else to kind of break up all that cheese. Like when she made the smaller versions of it, it was perfectly fine. But the massive ones where you're literally just eating like a Swiss roll of just cheese and pasta,
shit.
that's too much. It gets me.
I need some meat in,
Gets me
in my
hurting.
cheese.
Exactly.
Yeah. Have you ever had manicotti?
Oh yeah. Super good.
Manicotti is so good.
The first time I ever had manicotti, I ate it and I got sick in the middle of the night. I specifically remember it was on Martin Luther King Jr. Day because I had that Monday off from school. And I woke up at like 3 a.m. and puked manicotti all over.
Oh, gross.
That sucks.
And the toilet overflowed.
Ugh.
Isn't that the best just when it gets clogged up and it's vomit fresh? Or even you had diarrhea, you had an upset stomach.
Mm-hmm. And then you have to turn around and vomit into that, and then it splashes back up and gets in your mouth.
I sacrificed the toilet or the tub. I'm just diving for the tub.
Yeah, see, I never did that. I made the mistake of vomiting right on my diarrhea. Yeah, you're
See,
telling me.
I just think that's gonna make it worse for me. I'm gonna vomit even more because there's shit in front
But
of me and vomit.
Ultimately,
And I'm
that
sick.
helps out because then you really clear your system out.
Going
And
from
then you
both
start
ends.
shitting, and it just goes right up against the wall because your head's still buried in the toilet.
The force of the shit pushes your head into the toilet.
I still remember when I was like maybe 5 or 6 years old, and that happened to me for the first time where I got like upset stomach and diarrhea, and I didn't know how to handle it.
Pepto-Bismol.
I was just gonna say, that sounds like a
no, I
commercial.
was sitting there and I was pooping, and then I was like, oh, I gotta throw up. So then I got up, turned around, and vomited. And because of the amount of pressure that the vomit had against like my stomach and my abdomen, I started pooping all along the floor as well. My parents were not happy about that.
No,
But again, I was like 5 or 6, so like what?
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was a child. I definitely wasn't like.
Thinking like 14-year-old.
See, now that would just be ignorance. Me not understanding.
that's a smack to the face. It's like, come on, you're better than that.
You just started high school. What the fuck's
I'm
going
gonna tell all
on?
your friends you shit your pants.
I'm gonna tell your friends you shit on the floor.
Hello?
Wow, this guy's on a phone call in the middle of this. I hope
Hello?
it's about his massive debt he has with the United States government.
Have you
Hello?
extended my warranty?
Oh, dude, is it about your car warranty? Are they gonna come get your car?
Hello?
Hey.
May have been a pocket dial. No, I was hoping that it was going to be, because it was my second family, or my best friend's family, I should say. I call them my second family because they've essentially adopted me into their family as well. I'm the godfather of his son. His mom calls me one of their secondary children.
Oh, okay, now I know
Yeah.
who you're talking about. What?
I was thinking they were calling me about family dinner tonight, see if I was going to make it.
Not waffles with grandma, or did you do that?
That's every other week.
Oh, every
and that
other
so that was Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so start off with a big old helping of waffles and bacon
Before I
and
go
coffee.
celebrate Zombie
Yeah.
Jesus Day.
Well, and so yeah, right after that, I had to go and make all this other food for everybody else. I'm stuffed. I'm not hungry at all. I'm like, God, I don't know about this.
You got to be hungry when you're making the food, so that way you know it really smells done.
Oh, 100%.
What do you do if you're full?
When I was cooking a lot, like I'd get off of work, my girlfriend at the time would come over, and we just go to the store, and I'm like, all right, what do I feel like? I haven't eaten in like 7 hours, and so I'm just sitting there ravenous, looking around at everything. I'm like, this is gonna be the protein. What are we gonna have with it? Like,
They say don't grocery shop when you're hungry, but that's the only way to do it.
it really is.
Unless you want to meander for hours because you don't know what you want.
Precisely.
It's like, what do I want 2 days from now?
And I think
don't
that's
know.
the kicker. Yeah, it's like you can try and plan out like it, and sometimes it works, but like trying to plan out like a menu for the week,
It's so hard.
it's difficult because there are days where it's like, oh yeah, I was gonna have this. I don't feel like having
yeah,
that.
that
now.
sounds like the last thing I want to eat.
Yeah.
Wednesday comes around, it's like, I do not want pizza.
And I had gotten this pizza for today, and now I have nothing else to eat for today.
That's why I enjoyed at the time. I literally, it was every day I would go and grocery shop for that meal that I was cooking for dinner. Because then I'd always make so much that I could have like lunch for the next day and like leftovers in case I didn't want to cook. But that shit is expensive to grocery shop like that.
The motivation, I lack that motivation to go grocery shopping every day.
See, now I wanted to be a chef at that point in my life.
Okay.
So like that's all I would go to work for 10 hours a day. This is when I was working at the gym. So you'd show up at like 7 a.m. You work until like 5 or 6. You'd have a 2-hour lunch in between. They're like, yeah, we recommend you work out for an hour and a half and then have 30 minutes to eat. I'm like, done. I'm going to get swiggity swole. Yeah. But then you spend 10 hours of your life in a gym for minimum wage. That's what I left Best Buy for. Could you imagine? Dumb.
Well, I mean, if you're really into the fitness, that would have been perfect.
Well, and that's the thing. It's they're like, if you're into the lifestyle, it's going to work out great. And I'm like,
you have an hour and a half to lift weights and then eat.
Yeah, during the least busy time of the day, so you have access to everything.
So that way it's not actually getting into your personal time after work because you already did it for the day.
But that's the thing is you have from like maybe 6 to 9 or 10 o'clock, and then you have to go to bed. And then if you spend that time going to the grocery store, an hour and a half to cook. Yeah, exactly.
That's how I felt.
Then you have half an hour of Smash Bros until you have to go to bed.
That's how I felt about errands on Friday. It's like I don't have a goddamn Friday when we get off at like 8. It's like Friday shot. I have an hour to actually relax, and I go to bed.
Especially when our assistant manager would step up and like, okay, we're not going to schedule anything for the following day. We're just going to have you do everything tonight. Like, how about you fuck yourself?
Oh, it's 9 o'clock, and now you got off? That's cool. That's cool, bro.
And we finally were just like, listen here, motherfucker. If we're going to stay out, you have to stay there, too. We're not just going to be the last ones in the shop locking everything up.
Sucks when you got to work past closing, doesn't it?
Stop doing it.
Exactly.
Well, it was funny when they were complaining about it. It's like, we don't want to be here either.
Yeah.
You guys are setting this up like this.
You guys got to understand who the hell you're talking to.
I guarantee
when you are setting this shit up, too.
We're not dragging our feet. I swear to you.
We never did.
We can't drag our feet when you call us, hey, we have one more delivery. And we're like right by their house, but we have to come back to the store, pick up the whole bed set, and bring it back to where we were just at.
You monsters.
Then set it up. Well, it's like before you guys started working there, the first guy I worked with, he wouldn't help me with a whole lot of stuff. So I remember there was this one time. You remember Little Africa? What we I mean, that's a really awful thing to say now, but we called it Little Africa. That was just right down the road.
It is what it is.
It was Swahili. If you didn't speak that, then you were in trouble. No, so you know how they were third-story apartments? Well, he went up to handle paperwork. He's like, yeah, bring this freezer up there. Like,
yeah, that's narrow ass stairs.
We didn't have, and we didn't have a dolly. So I'm just like, all right. It was my first day. I just grab it and I just start walking up the stairs. And then as soon as I get to the top, he's like, oh, dude, I would have helped you. I'm like, you told me to do this myself. What are you talking about?
What does it mean handle paperwork? We didn't have a lot of fucking paperwork.
No, it was like 2 or 3 signatures, maybe.
Yeah, like 3 at the most, 1 at the very least.
Yeah.
Just here, you read it.
It's a quick 2.5-minute spiel.
Well, if anything, it's something that can be done at the end, because that way one person can actually close up shop while the other one's doing paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
Get the truck running, get that AC on.
Yeah, or if it's winter, get the heater cooked, man. Get this bitch.
I'll never forget that goddamn blizzard that we had to drive through.
I've driven off the road a couple times now.
W29s in the back.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. It wasn't like bad driving conditions, but I think it was you and I were working together, and I had like a horrible like sinus congestion attack, curled over in pain, holding my face, and I had you drive.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah. Luckily, the lady.
A few times I drove. Yes.
Yeah, the lady gave me like a decongestant pill, and it cleared it right up, and I felt so much better. But like, there was so much pressure up in my sinus cavity that like, it hurt. It hurt so bad. I'm like curled over in the passenger seat. Like I'm like, I don't know if I could make it. It's so painful.
God damn.
I was trying to remember if it was one of you guys, but then I did remember that it was our sales manager when he was delivering with us. But I got like super sick on the way home from that town. And I had to pull over. It was like right before lunch too, and had to pull over, and I was just vomiting on the side of the freeway.
Ew.
It was bad.
Rough.
Yeah, that's super bad. Just in the middle of the desert.
Vomiting off the sidewalk or the
Yep.
side.
I was like, pull over. He's like, what? I'm like, we need to pull over now. He's like, we're going 80 miles an hour.
You need to
rolled
stop.
down, yeah, rolled down the window, vomited all along the side of the transit.
Ew.
Yeah,
Gross.
that was the nice thing is it was the transit, not the truck. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh god.
I didn't have to clean it.
True.
He did.
That sucks.
It was his fault though. He
You
handed
didn't
me.
stop fast enough.
I'm pretty sure it was the Marlboro Red 100 that he handed me
Oh,
on our way back.
the Marbaders.
Yeah.
They were
And I used to smoke those, so I was like, "Oh, I'll be fine." But I hadn't for a long time, and that's just a lot of cigarette to handle if you don't smoke cigarettes
they're
anymore.
just so rough. Marlboro in general.
Yeah, they don't taste great. I remember
That's what I used to start with, was those Cowboy Killers.
I remember
Cowboy killer.
I remember when I was smoking the Turkish Royals, my dad asked for one. Said he needed to get more, and I gave it to him. He's like, whoa. It's like, this like tastes like tobacco. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking good. Like, it's not those dirty ass Marlboros you fucking smoke.
The Turkish Royals are so smooth. They're an exotic cigarette, if anything.
Yeah, that's why they're like $7.50 now.
Damn.
Dude, the prices just keep going up.
How much are the crushers that you get?
Like $5.
Fuck.
Really? Dude, I just bought a pack the other day, and they were at $7.
Whoa.
The crushes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I buy it like 2 at a time.
Oh,
So it's like
takes the
10.
dollar off.
It's like, yeah, it's like 10 for 2.
Oh, nice.
When I initially started
Buying
buying them,
the
they were
deals,
like
man.
5 something, 6 something, and then they stayed at like the 636 range for a while, and then recently they got bumped up to like 680, and then literally the other day when I bought a pack, they were like 704. I was like,
It's like I wonder
What?
how much Camel Reds are.
Oh god, they're probably like $8.
yeah, seriously.
Ooh.
They were always like $1 more than the regular ones, so I'm pretty sure they're like $8 now.
I will say I'm glad that we don't live in fucking Minnesota, because when I went there years ago for Best Buy training at home office, I went to the gas station behind the hotel we were staying in. They're like, yeah, it'll be $13. Like for a pack of cigarettes, you got to be out of your
13.
fucking mind.
Jeez,
Yeah,
man, I
'cause
thought Utah was bad.
They taxed the ever living shit out of them there.
God damn.
It's nuts.
So the last time I was in Utah, like my regular ones were like $9 for a pack. I
That's
was like,
so
Pretty damn
much.
close to $10.
It's like the same thing like New York. They tax the ever living shit out
Well,
of them, so they're super
which what? To
expensive too.
discourage it, right?
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
well, they fucking worked. I didn't buy
seriously.
any cigarettes in Utah.
That's what I
That's
told
for
him.
damn
I
sure.
went and,
This
I went
state's not
and
getting
bummed
my
him off
damn
of my
money.
buddy who was smart enough to bring his own pack. I was like, hey,
I brought like 4 with me when I drove down there. I'm like,
good call.
dude, because I knew how
It's like-
much the tax was. Because I think you mentioned it because you were living in Utah at the time, and you're like, buy some smokes. Don't buy them.
Don't buy them here. Because I was smoking at the time, and I always got those Camel Reds, and they weren't cheap. But
Well, it's like buying alcohol. You buy alcohol before you get into Utah.
yeah, because unless you want to drink water and
Piss.
piss,
Fermented
piss water,
piss.
yeah, fermented piss. I was trying to think of a grosser word than piss, but no, piss just narrows it down. It's gross. It's awful. It's such a low percentage that
like, what,
it's
3%?
watered down beer, really bad. It's 3.2%.
What
Is
a
their
joke.
highest is their highest beer.
Oh
content.
my god.
Dude, last night I was
The only
drinking
way you can get higher is
5.2.
if you get actual liquor.
Yeah. It was like last night I was drinking 5.2 and I still wasn't really feeling it.
Yeah, you got to almost pound half a 30 rack to
Mm-hmm.
get what a 6-pack would probably give you.
Mm-hmm.
By that time, I just puke from all the liquid in my stomach.
Exactly. It's like, ugh, I just need to drain the vein 100 times over real quick.
Well, that state made me hate Coors Light. Just because that is worse than probably what it is here.
Jesus. I'm not a fan of Coors Light anyway. I
Light
couldn't
beer
even
sucks,
imagine.
man. I'm not watching my calories. Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Regular Coors fucking sucks. All
Yeah.
those fucking beers suck.
Well, I remember the
What
first time
about
I saw it.
what's the champagne of beers? Miller High Life. There we go.
I don't know if I've even had Miller High Life before,
I don't think I have
but
either.
I don't know why they say Budweiser is the king of beers. Holy shit, it's the worst. It's worse than Coors Light and regular Coors.
Yeah, who dubbed that?
It's so bad.
It's nasty.
It's worse than PBR. It's worse than Rolling Rock. It's like the worst.
Rolling Rock is disgusting.
What? Dude, that's my cheap ass beer I get.
See, I don't go for cheap beer in general.
I'm feeling cheap.
It's not my thing. I'd rather get like a 6-pack of good beer and then
so get this.
call it.
My 6-pack of good, or my 12-pack of good beer turned into $20.
It's not bad.
No, that's a lot. It was $11 or $12.
But like, if it's just gonna be
13.
you and somebody else like sitting there cracking them open, like,
But
and you
no,
get
it's
good
mostly
beer,
just me. $20 is too much for me.
I'd pay that. Cause like my 6-packs would usually be in like the $12 to $15 range anyway.
Well, that's not bad. That's where it was.
What do you mean that's not bad versus a 12 rack?
$12 for a 12 rack or $13.
$12 for 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about 12-pack. For 6, I go $10, $12 maybe for a 6-pack.
I'm just a Guinness guy.
Guinness is good.
Oh yeah, but
I can't help it. That's my go-to every
well,
time.
Guinness comes in 4-packs, don't they?
yeah. If you get them in the cans, they come in 4, and then the bottles come in 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, the 4 thing would be perfect because you could easily pound that out in a night.
Yeah, it's a little bit more volume too than a bottle or like a regular can. So it's like
what, 16, 17 ounces?
yeah, I'd say about 16
there.
ounces.
Yeah, see, there needs to be more 4-packs. That's what
for
it is.
real.
And then the Dragon's Milk comes in a 4-pack.
Well, that's like, what, $25?
Yeah, it's like $20
pretty
bucks for a
expensive.
4-pack, but it's like, what is it, like 15% alcohol by volume?
God.
Something.
Yeah, you're
That's my
feeling pretty good
Molotov
after
cocktail
that.
right there.
Yep. Yeah, if I do beer, I usually go up. But when it comes to like liquor, I have no problem getting like bottom shelf shit.
Liquor is where I like to go and get spendy.
It depends on the event for me,
yeah,
honestly.
and the event. Like if it's a wedding, I'm gonna go fancy. I'm gonna be like, I brought a
feel
nice
good.
top bottle of wine, top shelf wine. Or like even trying to think of another event besides a wedding that you bring alcohol to.
Super Bowl.
A birthday.
Well, Super Bowl's like beer.
Dude, I brought that single malt Irish whiskey.
You're right. Yeah, that's a dirty lie. Liquor is involved.
Let's see.
Bachelor party?
Halloween.
Yeah, I bought
The event before the wedding?
I bought an $80 bottle of scotch for my buddy, and it was just him and me sipping on that all night. For
See,
his
I would
bachelor
like to
party.
get a nice bottle of scotch.
Oh,
Like an
dude.
aged bottle of scotch.
Aged
It's so
50
great.
years.
Single malt 15 year.
That'd be so good. Well, I don't know if it'd be so good or
Smooth
not.
as shit.
I
There
don't
are a
know.
ton of people that do not like scotch because they sit there and try and pound it like it's a shot. It's like, no.
You sip on it, man.
Sip, you coat the palate, you swallow, you wait 5 minutes,
You spit it out.
you do it again. It's just, I remember I went for one of my grandmother's birthdays, and same thing, 15-year single malt. I only got one glass, and I had a full dinner with it, and it was like an hour and a half later, and we were leaving, and I was still buzzing pretty good. I'm like, damn. Like, you know how much beer this would have taken?
Well, that's the other thing is like good liquor. You only need maybe 1 or 2 glasses and you're set because it's just high potency.
Yep.
Quality, man.
Yeah, now imagine drinking a whole bottle of it between you and one other person.
That'd be sweet. That's just like
It becomes a lot.
taking a bong rip between 2 people is all of a sudden a lot.
Yeah, and then we sit down and watch Pink Floyd's The Wall, and it just like fucking it gets weird, man.
Then you hang out with a spider on the ceiling because he's just chilling with you.
Give him a name, and then you let him into your home, and he doesn't
just-
kill any of the flies. And
Well, no, he just disappears.
Yeah, then he disappeared. And we didn't know where he went.
Yeah,
it wasn't the one that was crawling behind all the guitars, was it?
No, it was at the old house. We were in what used to be my room upstairs, and he was just on the ceiling.
Yeah, we were just hanging out in there. We noticed him. We're like, hey, what's up, dude? We're talking to him. Go back to talking. A couple minutes pass, look back up. Gone. It's like, well, who knows where he went?
Shit. That could be a problem later on, but let's not think
Yeah,
too
that'll
much
be
about it.
And
Probably later.
or was that? No, that wasn't the same time. That was a different time. We were playing Destiny, and when the fucking branch fell off and nearly crushed our cars.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, holy
Jesus.
crap. Just in the middle of Destiny on opposite sides of the house. Don's like, did you hear that? I'm like, man, I didn't hear anything from this side of the house. The trees just fell. I'm like, what? And we all go outside. Sure as shit. if the car was a few more feet to the right, that branch would have fallen right on top of it. It just fell next to it.
Jesus.
Just like that cartoon where it outlines the vehicle when it falls.
Well, and you mentioned earlier, you're like, oh, I should go move my car back forward a little bit more. And we're like, nah, we got some Destiny to do, man. We got a raid. And you're like, yeah, good idea. And if you had fucking moved your car, it would have crushed the shit out of it.
We've been right in that spot in the danger zone.
So that day, Destiny saved a car.
Destiny was our destiny for that day.
Yeah, because let's be real, we couldn't have afforded replacing anything on
Whoa,
that at that point.
fuck, dude. Like, because it's not like a car accident and the insurance can cover it because it's someone else's insurance. It's a tree. What am I supposed to do with that?
Is it a ficus? Ficus? Well, we only cover car policies if your car gets struck by a ficus. It's like a 3-foot tall tree. Like, what are you talking about?
Dude, the branch that fell off, though, it was like a tree. It's like a small tree fell out of the fucking
By
sky.
itself. That was a big ass tree you had in the front yard, so.
Well, it took us a few days to get it fully chopped up and out of the way. Because, again, it was a small tree.
We had to get fucking Rojogan and his brother over. Fucking had
Their
like
saws and axes.
yeah, we're hacking the shit out of that thing. I don't think we used the wood for anything.
No, it was just piled up in the front.
I dug you that hole.
And the dog shit in it, so it just left it. As
Yeah, so burn it.
burn the shit?
Yeah.
Look at him.
I wouldn't do it in yours now because it's, it's nice.
I know I
but-
need to do some ash cleaning of it.
Yeah.
Sift it out.
Get a little shop vac.
I've thought about that. Just a vacuum for outside. Suck.
Shop vacs are awesome.
For outside suck.
Well, because for like gutter cleaning too, it'd be so easy. Just put the wide tip on it and just.
Pretty sure Billy Mays had a product for that.
But wait, there's
Billy
more.
Mays here. For OxyClean. Here with your own gutter cleaner. Like, what?
Just pour this shit in your gutter. Fucking works.
It fucking works.
Does it get in the soil? Probably.
Just slap that shit on there with the might of Zeus.
Does it destroy plant life? Yeah. Does it clean your gutter?
OxyClean.
Does it hurt animals? Maybe.
It's environmentally safe? No way.
God,
No
you
way,
remember
Josie.
Vince for Slap Chop and ShamWow?
Oh, yeah.
And then he beat the shit out of that hooker.
And the Jizzle.
The Jizzle.
Beat up a hooker? I thought he killed a hooker.
He probably killed her. I thought I remembered him and a hooker getting on a bus. And then he beat the shit
He was
out of
with a
her
hooker.
in the back of a bus.
Regardless.
Yeah, the hooker was involved.
Did you ever see As the Whitest Kids You Know sketch where he was fucking Trevor, I think his name is. He was being, what's that guy's name?
Vince.
He was
Vince here with
Vince.
Slap Chop.
Yeah, he was advertising the Jizzle as an alternative to using a sock to clean up your cum.
Oh, I think
I
so
think
because
you've
he,
shown
ring,
me
he
that,
rings it
yeah.
out and everything.
Yeah, and he fucking rings. Oh, it's so fucking gross.
Oh, that's. for
I
some
got
reason-
3 13-year-old boys, and the Jizzle saved my life.
Oh, fuck. I don't know why that scene popped up, specifically
See.
just that one.
Normally, you get a sock, look, just pushes the cum around, all right? But the Jizzle, you just put it down, slap it. There, no more cum.
Oh, man.
Why was that not patented as a real thing?
Yeah. It's the ShamWow for cum.
Ah. Punched my mic.
You're telling me the Downy, the quicker picker-upper, can pick up cum? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't believe a word of it.
I think a ShamWow could, though. It's a multi-purpose.
ShamWow for cum? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe one of the small ones.
Shit, wow.
Imagine jerking off with a microfiber cloth. That would suck.
I mean, we can try. I got one on my desk.
Live action video of the week.
I feel like it would suck if your dick skin was dry.
Right? Like all calloused like your hands
Yeah, because
are.
on your hands, if rough hands, yeah, no, those suck. I don't
mean,
ever want to touch them.
The guys who jerk off dry, they probably got callous dicks. Me.
I can only think of this callus right here, and you're jerking off.
Mm-hmm.
You got this big mean callus in the middle of your hand.
So I couldn't imagine being a tattoo artist. Because they build up those mad calluses like when you're trying to hold a pencil for hours and hours and hours. And what if you slip and your finger gets like, and then you're just rubbing your shit with a volcano-sized callus.
Oh, God! Peeling your dick.
But then on the off side, what if that's what you have to use to massage that point in your dick to get you to actually come? Like you just use that one part.
Well, you know, sometimes when you have those itches, and you just
On your dick?
Yeah, and you got to do some like weird skin rolly action.
Oh, like on the nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's when a callus would come in handy to really get that itch. You just rub it between that.
Like I don't think I've ever had to do the roll, the pinch roll for the dick, but the nuts.
I had one on the side, and I just had to like almost like a sausage, just kind of rub the side. I'm like, dude, the itch is so bad. Why?
Oh man, that's hilarious.
It's like same with.
I just go find the nearest tree and I just kind of rub up against it like a bear.
All that sap trapped in your shit.
He throws one leg up and around it and starts going up and down. Really itching.
I definitely do that for my back, but not my dick.
It's like a bear.
Do you think bears
Like a
itch their
bear.
taint?
Oh yeah.
Do they have taint?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. They got some space between their nuts and their butthole.
I was gonna say, you see, like a bear dick. I would imagine it's pretty similar. Well, I don't know. Dogs' balls are really high up compared to what?
Well,
other
and see,
animals?
like, yeah, with a dog, they got a huge taint compared to humans.
Compared to humans, but they still don't have as large of what I would assume a bear's would be like. Because you look at the ass end of a bear, you don't see his balls. You look at the ass end of a dog, you see his balls every time.
Depending on the dog, really. Like a pit
I
bull,
ju-
I see the balls of a pit bull.
Well, but the balls are just hanging down
Yeah.
lower. They're not like moved up and under like towards his belly.
Where are bear balls?
Now that I've never actually seen a
I
pair
don't
of bear
really
nuts.
know where
Yeah.
bear balls are.
I would like to imagine that they're massive, like a pair of bull testicles that would just hang off the back end. Like every time they're running, they're just knocking against them.
Like, that's gotta hurt.
Oh yeah,
That's a bull. You telling me
They're
you can't
so
feel your nuts
big.
just hitting each other back there?
yeah.
Hitting everything.
Telling me every time you get into a fight and one of the other bull's horns scrapes your shit, you don't feel that? You're lying.
That's like whenever I sit on a nut, I think I've exploded it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so having big nuts would suck.
Yeah.
Shit's just smacking around down there.
I have a buddy that dropped a weight in the weight room on his nuts and it swelled up to the size of like a grapefruit.
Oh, fuck.
He showed me.
Just amputate
He's like,
it.
that's not your whole ball sack? He's like, nope. That's my one nut.
That's my super nut.
I'd be surprised if he could have kids.
If it was his left one, he could have sold it out for a lot of money.
Just a massive swollen left nut. Here you go.
Biggest nut you ever seen, right?
Biggest man nut.
500.
Elephantitis in this
1,000.
nut.
The only thing I regret is that I have bonitis.
Dude, I've had some like super weird dreams lately. I don't know if you've had any weird dreams, but
Oh, like you wouldn't believe.
My dreams have been kind of blank lately. Like, as soon as
just
I wake
no
up,
dream.
just forget about it. No, like, as soon as you wake up, just can't recall
Gone.
it.
There's like little images here and there, and then eventually they just go away.
Yeah, you can't piece it together. It's like, well, it was a dream or something.
Yeah, I've been having some super weird dreams lately.
Mine yesterday, not like last night, sleeping, or this day, morning, whatever. Yesterday, I was just like at work, and like the whole administration building was on fire,
Whoa.
and that's all I really remember. But like everything was going as normal. Like I was walking up to the main door, and there's just like a fire on the ground, kind of like when you throw a Molotov on the ground in GTA. That's what it looked like. I'm like, huh, wonder what's going on. He's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, coming to work. The fuck's happening?
This is fine.
And then right when I woke up, one part of it, I was getting chased around by two lions, but they were like Gasper size.
Whoa.
But they were like lions, and I couldn't tell if they were playing with me or trying to. That's two dreams I've had now where I'm like getting bitten by lions. I don't know if that's some telling.
What does it
Well,
mean?
And I have a lot of reoccurring themes in some of my dreams too. So I really want to like figure out what that type of stuff means, because I know it has meaning.
And then later, I was walking and leaving someplace, and I got up on like this not crane, but like this something machine, heavy duty machine. I'm like, cool. And then it started rolling backwards with me on it, and then it went down a hill. And I was like, oh fuck. and then it went and crashed through some homes, and then it stopped, and I got off and realized that the people are screaming, and I'm like, oh shit, and was thinking of a way to get out of it. I'm like, and then they're like, how are you gonna help us pay for this? I'm like, what?
I'm gonna leave.
Not my chair, not my problem.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yeah, I don't know. I've become more of a lucid dreamer within like the last year. So if I know that I'm dreaming, I can to a certain extent like start to control the outcome of a lot of different things.
Dude, you know what was super weird is that happened to me where I was like, I realized I was like, oh, I'm dreaming. I'm like, I'm gonna go do something, and I was starting to, and I was like, oh no, I'm waking up, and then I like woke up, and I was like, oh, I'm not lucid dreaming anymore, and then went on about my regular dream. So I was lucid dreaming in my dream, and
Inception.
Inception lucid.
and then I actually woke up. I'm like, fuck, I fucked up really hard. I thought I woke up.
I double woke up.
For the longest time, whenever I would try to lucid dream, I would kind of get like whatever I was trying to do down. Like I remember I tried to become a waterbender in a dream like years ago.
That's awesome.
But I realized that I was trying to do things physically. And if you try to do anything physically in a dream, you have no power. Like if you try to actually scream or run or anything like that, you have no power. So lately I've been getting really good at like turning it into like a true power of the mind type thing. So like the other day, realized I was dreaming. I'm like, oh, this would be a great time to go Super Saiyan. Just like that, man. Just went Super Saiyan. I started flying around everywhere. And then I was like, oh, dude, this is so cool. Tried to go faster. Realized that I had turned it into more of the physical act. Started powering down and like slowly falling towards the earth. I'm like, no. Reignited the imagination. That's the thing. You know how hard it is to do that, especially if you have no idea like what it is that would accomplish that. I think that's the biggest issue for me when I try to do that. It's like I've never been a Super Saiyan. I've never like flown by myself as an individual person. I don't know what that would be like. I think that's the hardest part of like continuing that. But then there are other times where it's like the other night I had a dream where I was flying down this mountain. And then I ran off the side of the cliff. And my car goes flying. And I was like, no. And I was freaking out that I was going to die. And then I gave myself some sort of like gravitational levitating powers. And like saved myself right before I hit the ground. And then I went into this rock fixture that had an elevator. And then I went up into this alien like mothership boardroom type deal. And all these cat aliens were like started chasing after my ass. Then I had to fight off an alien invasion.
Yeah, I wish I could remember my dreams because those dreams sound intense as hell.
Like I'll remember it and then I start explaining it and I realize that it makes no fucking sense at all.
Oh yeah.
I'm like no, but like logically like this made
sense.
Yeah, when I'm talking about like I'm walking through like this muddy area. I don't know where the fuck I am. It was like a weird like house farm area, but I'm like trudging through the mud in my moccasins and I'm like, oh, this sucks. And then there was like some fucking like farm equipment like with wheels on it, and I'm like, oh, I climbed on it and then started going down the hill, and then it like I for some reason didn't jump off of it. It just kept going and I kept hanging on, and then came down to like some apartments and I busted through all the apartments with it. Didn't kill me somehow. And then everyone's coming out and like I'm like in trouble.
I would like to think that the other reason some things like that don't kill you is because your mind has no comprehension of what actually happens in death or what death is supposed to be like. So it's just like sometimes it'll create some bullshit to make sure that you don't actually die.
I think my dreams are just like cartoons.
Well,
mine definitely aren't.
If you die in your dream, you wake up or whatever.
And see, now that's happened to me a lot too, where it's like something that would actually like kill you, no questions asked, then I wake up.
Just you wake up dead.
But then there are other instances where it's like, I shit you not, I fell like 3,000 feet in the air the other night in that dream. And I was like just going and I was like, I only saw my hands and I was basically going head first into a concrete like barrier. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to survive this. And then just, and I like floated down. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Kicked you in the force, man.
Yeah. But
Do the
I've had
same
all sorts
thing.
of like, and whenever I realize I'm dreaming, I always am like, all right, what power setup should I give myself? That's the first thing that comes to mind every time. It's like, all right, should I try and go Super Saiyan? Nah, I'm gonna be the Avatar. Try and do some water bending real quick, and then it's just weird shit like that. It's like, all right, how can I bend this to my own reality? More often than not, the power sets don't work, but like altering what's actually happening. Like I remember I was in a car with somebody driving. This was months ago. And we were just driving down in the middle of the forest, and we see, like, the night sky. And I was like, oh, dude, this is pretty cool. I was like, I wonder what I could do with this. And it basically just turned it into, like, the curvature of the Earth being more extreme, and then half of the Earth folding back up on top of it so you could just see the road going up into the atmosphere
like
and into the
Inception.
galaxy. Yeah. It was pretty much just like that. It was a trip and a half. But, yeah, I hate remembering my dreams in a lot of ways, but then there are some cool parts. Mainly because my dreams are like my terror zone. It fucks with me. Like my subconscious is like, hey, you've been pushing this away for so long. Let's make you deal with it for the next 8 hours. Like,
That's where you
fuck
fight your
yourself.
demons is in your sleep.
See, I've tried, and there was one instance. It was literally like Devil May Cry, and I just kept losing and losing and losing. There was nothing I could do about it.
I'll be back.
Yeah, it was awful.
I'll kill you.
It's basically in this giant, like, cathedral-esque,
With your
like,
Buster
Mines
Blader.
of Moria type thing. And then this giant, like, they had a bunch of, like,
Your
these
Cloud
little
Buster, I mean.
trenches. I wish. That'd be sweet. Had, like, a bunch of these little trenches that were just going through, like, the middle part of all the platforms. And there was, like, this, it was, like, a sentient blood creature. It was just made out of blood, but it would come up and steal, like, a loved one.
What?
And would bring them back into the trench and then just go flying off, and I'd be trying to chase them, and then the giant demon thing would come out, and then I'd be like, all right, well, now I gotta fucking fight this.
Boss fight.
Do a couple jumps, go and attack, and he just punch me. I go flying down the cathedral, dead. Basically restart, watch that person get taken away from me again. I'm like, what the fuck do I do?
I've seen this cutscene
There's
so
no
many
tips.
times.
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea what my power set is. I have no idea how to use this sword. I don't have the demon blood flowing through me like Dante or Nero. I'm so screwed. I'm like, is this Demon Souls or Devil May Cry? I need to know right now.
It feels like Demon Souls in the Devil May Cry scene.
I love the Devil May Cry like cutscenes. Those were always so great.
I've never played any of those games.
Ugh.
So I know nothing
Fuck
about
the first one. So I played the fourth one the first time, and I beat the whole thing, and it was super cool. Then I tried to play like through all three of them. I couldn't beat the first boss in the first game. It's like this giant lava spider. Have no idea what the weakness is.
Damn.
Yeah.
The
no
difficulty
clue.
curve is high.
I was pretty pissed.
Yeah, kitty? Is that what you say?
You tell us. You make
Well-
us feel like a bunch of fools.
Well, like the kitty's saying that be the episode for our post-Easter cast.
Post-Easter cast.
Week after Easter.
It is the week
Easter
after
week?
Easter, but it's
Yeah.
going to come out 2 weeks after Easter.
2 weeks after Easter.
If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for all the notifications. That way you know when we drop new videos suited and tailored just for you.
Just tailored to your likes.
We were going to do a live action video today, but we decided to push it to next week. And guess what it is, ladies and gentlemen? It's chicken nuggets.
I don't know what it is.
We're going to be testing McDonald's.
Chicken nuggets?
It's going to be McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Burger King, Wendy's, and I'm still going to fight you on
Chick-fil-A.
getting Chick-fil-A. We are not getting Chick-fil-A. I'm going to fight to the death to this.
Do you
'cause
not
it's
like
unfair.
Chick-fil-A?
No, I love Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
The problem is it is nothing like all the other chicken nuggets.
What do you mean?
Wendy's, Jack in the Box, McDonald's, Burger King, all their chicken nuggets are virtually the same thing. Chick-fil-A is more of like a
It's
piece
God's
of popcorn
chicken.
chicken.
It's God's
It's a
chicken.
different version. If we were doing that, I would say we would do that. KFC's chicken nuggets, Sonic popcorn chicken, like, because those are all a lot closer together than the fast food variations of a chicken nuggets. We will find out a fifth version
I don't
of
know.
it.
Chick-fil-A still fits in the chicken nuggets with McDonald's.
No, it doesn't. It's so much better. It's going to win automatically. It can't be a part of it.
I'm not saying it's not good. It has to
No,
be
it's
part of it.
delicious. It's not going to be a part
God's
of it.
chicken, man.
Nope. Anyway.
But you'll have to catch that next time when it comes out.
Next time. That'll
you see
probably
him.
be 2 weeks from now as well.
Keep your eyes out, your ears, and listen closely.
Thank
We're
you.
on Spotify as well.
Yes, we are.
Goodbye.